Angimfuneke lo oculayo njengamanje. I want the Queen of the Palace, Queen of the Palace. Yebo, yes, sinibingelele sukela namhlanje ke. Where you are at, it's what day is this? It is Friday. Angela the spotlight. The spotlights. The spotlight depends upon me. All the time, I lose every day. Where am I? Every revolution. The spotlight. The spotlight, hallelujah. My God, spotlight phezu kwami. Ngiyakutshela wena. Yabona spotlight mangabe sesiphezu kwakho ke izinto zimncwa. izinto zimnandi, izinto zibucamburha, izinto ziyashine, izinto iphelele. Ngiyakutshela wena, just enjoy life with the goodness of the Lord. Khona enye into engifuna ukukhuluma ngayo namhlanje ke lento leyo maturity, something mature, and I'm going to compare it with the things that are happening in the world at this time, so that we will be able to be mature and also have the clear understanding of what's happening around the world, what's happening in the world right now as we are facing, because sometimes we make informal decisions. When a person is making a decision right, well informed, you are able to incorporate and see all sides and every angle. Then best decision, then you are all right and you are proud of that decision, because when you know what you know, then what you know gives you the understanding and ability and the courage to make decision. So many people abenza ama decision amesana ke abafake emgodini ke at the end of the nje isikhathini esiphila kusona. Ngikhuluma nje ngithi yey, yabona ngimxoxela ngeChina ngithi yazi iChina it's a communist country where there is no freedom there is no freedom of religion because of izinto ezenzakala khona ke. Within 40 years iChina has been able ukuthi ke ikhule from the third world, yabo, underdeveloped countries, ifinyelele kuthiwa nathi njenge-South Africa, we are not undeveloped, developing countries, because we are beyond development. So khona izinto esikwazi ukuzenza as South Africa. We have grown so much. When you look at China has grown so much, and kodwa kuyona ke basebenzisa communism and ngendlela esimanga, and also Russia, elinye lamazwe ke which are using not only bangasho bathi democracy, kodwa nje it's not democracy ke, it's in an autocracy phakathi, uyayibona leyo nto ke abakubiza ukuthi dictatorship, yabona ke, erula one government. Something there eyenzeka futhi nakwiGhana, mzukwana iGhana lokhu ithola independence independent yabo, no president wabo ke waba nalokho ukuthi no neke kuzoba one state country, neke ezoba nelokho, of which ke upresident Robert Mugabe naye wamlandela ke ngokuthi ke naye enze ngendlela until as afe, of which leyo nto leyo ke has distracted the country. Kodwa ke mawuzobuka iChina ine plan ezifinyelele ku-2069 if or 49 mangabe ngaphosisi. So ine plan eyibekile and efuna ukuyilandela kuze kufinyelele ekugcineni. And leyo plan leyo ifuna ukuthi ke igcwaliseke. And China within 40 years, because it was I think 1979 or 1978 bezongenela 79 where they began to develop and fully bekhululeka under ekubusweni ke amamelikana ke amamelikana ne Britain, yabo, England. So but bekhululeka after that ke then emva kalokho base then base beyahlanganisa ke then funding again. So igama lakhona ngiyakhohlwa kancane. Their founding father began to ukuhlanganisa amadoda ukuthi no, izwe lakithi lizokwenzeka kanje, nakhe sokubamba, nakhe sokuvala. Ukhumbula ukuthi ke nevangeli belikhona belingenise lile kakhulu eChina, kakhulukazi namaRoma, and ke baqala manje banqunda amandla ke amaKristu kade shumayela laphana bathi nje religion is going to bring confusion phakathi kwabantu. Masenza lento esiyenzayo, people won't listen, it will be like a slavery, it's a exploitation yabantu ke. So base beyaqala bavala ezinye izinto, bayivala ke base beyahlangana. There is a place laphana again, angisazi noma ise Gonzo noma it's not kodwa eBeijing, kodwa ke bahlangana ke then ukuthi bazoba goal ka 60 years phela manje kuze kufinyelela isikhathi. It's where they begin to send people to other countries. Abanye babathumele e-Europe, scientists, educationalists, abantu abazodila ne-technology babathumele America, abanye babathumele Europe. Uyabona, they spread those people around the world ukuthi bahambe bayofunda. When they got information, they came back and then bahlangana. Every time bayahlale behlangana nje, khona la bahlangana khona inyanga yonke noma 3 months wonke. And thank you very much. Bahlangane 3 months wonke and ba-brainstorme, baqhamuke nezinto abafuna ukuthi zenzeke ezweni labo. In as much as I was fascinated one day, one of their businessmen also benze America enza a comparison between America ne China, and China has really grown economically. I was in Zambia 2 months ago when I was in Zambia. Actually, airport yakhona nje ngathi sifika nje kunebhanoyi le Emirate eligcwele ama-Chinese amangakanani konolayini bezongena la eChina. Kwasho ukuthi ke umuntu babe sasiyicukuthwane siyama-diplomats. Yayibona leyo nto leyo. So because ke government yakhona yasihlelela ngendlela ethize ke, because ke sasana nabantu abazana nabantu. Then sase singena ngaphakathi. Mase ungaphakathi, you see i-airport yakhona inegama iney'nto ey'ningi zase-China. Ngamanye amazwi, it has been taken over by Chinese. Uyabona, there are so many things that have been taken over by ama-Chinese khona laphana ke eZambia. You see ukuthi ke there are these things, even ne-Kenya, yabona, maningi amazwi, kodwa ke one day mase ngichazela ngaleyo nto, then I'll explain to you so that you will understand. So ilokho eChina we don't know ukuthi oba nama-billionaires ase-China, but there are many billionaires ase-China, but ngeke size siwazi ukuthi obani. E-America siyawazi ama-billionaires akhona. Siyazi kuno Elon Musk, and siyazi kuno Bill Gates, no Warren Buffett, kuna yabona nje those people abamanied, you understand leyo nto, abanemali, who are able to influence Israel as America. So this businessman, and when I heard so mangimuzwa into ayikhuluma nje yami saniya stick engqondweni yami ngayibuka nami ukuthi no iyiqiniso. What you American into nayo is this: you are different from China. China is growing ngendlela egrowing ngayo, and ama-opportunities maningi for China. Why is that for the America? Yes, you control, you demand, you do this, you've got influence, you are a superpower. But the problem yakho is this one, engafani ne China. What America is being controlled by abantu abanemali. America control abantu abanemali. Why is it China control government wakhona, control abantu abanemali? Why is it America is based and controlled by policies? You can never change policies as America, because policies as America, they have been made, and they must be followed. We understand. But China into edla ngayo. Yes, he has one government or controller everything. The party controller everything. Political party a controller everything. Indaba ama-policies awo ashintsha every now and then. If i-policy ingasasebenzi, ingasa-suitable for vision yabo ethize, they change that policy and bayenze ngenye indlela so that izokwazi ukuthi iswithe, so that they will be able to achieve. Mawuzobuka eChina, there is a railroad, Silk Road bayibiza kanjalo. I-Silk Road esuke eChina igudle e-Asia, igudle i-Asia besithi Europe, besizongenela la e-Africa. So leyo nto leyo, and they've targeted angazi mangaka amazwe e-Africa sebewanikeze imali, and la mazwe lawo awakwazi, angeke azakwazi ukuyikhokha futhi nathi eSouth Africa basinikeze imali ethi makabi, and futhi I don't think leyo mali ke bokwazi ukuthi baphinde bayithola. But i-strategy sabo sileyo, I don't know ukuthi bayi-generate kanjani, kodwa vese ke eChina they are working so hard, yebo. So banikeza amazwe omhlaba imali, they are giving money emazweni omhlaba. angeke azakwazi ukuyibuyisa futhi leyo mali. And manje leyo because shawe bamesane bathi nje sayini ilizwi sinikeza umhlaba wakho. Ungasakwazi ukuyikhokha le mali sizothatha i-airport amanye amazwe ke ngicabanga ukuthi ke amanye amazwe ama-airports akho it's one country bathatha i-airport yakhona bathatha ne-television channel yakhona ngiyakutshela wena kwamanye bathatha ama-power station akhona bawathathe kube awabo acontrolwa i-China. So many things they are being controlled by China. I-China ingenisile nje e-Africa khona la ngizokunikeza khona umlando and I'm telling you ukuthi khona okunye ngesikhathi ngikufundisa ngesikhathology ke ezinye izinto enganinikeza zona nganifundisa zona ukuthi ke this is what has been happening around the world ezenzakalayo ukuze kufinyelele la sikhona right now. So we need to understand all these things so that we won't be abantu abangazi abazomisane babe surprised by izinto eziningi. We understand. So like if you see South Africa, our country, it's my beloved country. I love South Africa. But in South Africa, we haven't found our identity. We still follow izinto ezenziwa ama-American imithetho ethathu eyenziwa ama-American. Uzobona nje ukuthi ngathi nje we are duplicating izinto ezenziwa ama-American. Our television is full of America. Uyayibona impahla esiyigqokayo it's full of America. Sigqoka ama-flights, sigqoke ama-styles nama-programs adlala kuma-television ethu i-America. Umculo esiwudlala kuma-radio stations ethu it's all about America. Satellite nathi state sase-America njengoba sinje asikakabi nayo nathi identity kangako, asikakakholelwa entweni ethini. Yabona nje like ilokhu like Africa, I really salute in Nigeria ngokuthi ke inyuse into yabo Nollywood. Nollywood is famous around the world. Yeah, Nollywood is famous around the world, even in America. Bangenisile because they came with a strategy. But mesane bawadlala amafilimu abo enjalo, they influence the world. Amafilimu abo, they are all over. They are loved by so many people. Yabo. So bane identity yabo, bane zinto zabo, and they are growing futhi ke kwi media industry, kwi entertainment industry. Why they are growing like that? It's because they really believe in what they have. We understand. Gutina, it's still so difficult to identify ourselves, and the emphasis is Professor Patrice Lumumba, who are really emphasizing the Africanism. Belandela or Steve Biko. No, we are African. We are African. We need to no president, former president Tabompegina, trying to bring Leon to Leo. No, we are African. Let's do the things in an African way, so that we will be able to grow and be better. But we still want to identify ourselves with Americans. And we uyayibona nje ostene uyayibona abantu abanjengo at least Prince owale owangala eAsia yayibona. So those people they are there. Kunemithetho nje eshawayo silandela yabona, kunezinye izinto okulandela iRussia yabona nje, but we haven't found that identity as African ukuthi no, can we do this as African, can we support each other? Excuse me. And another thing engifuna ukuemphasize ukuthi China wouldn't achieve, ngeke ngisho ngithi okay kuhle kubi uyayibona lento eyenziwe eChina ukuthi ke ibe ne false labor yayibona la kusetshenziswa khona abantu and exploit ngazo zonke indlela. But buka iChina la ikhona njengamanje, if uzobuka kubuhle nobubi bakhona, ubuka iChina the way la isikhona njengamanje, it has grown i-compete ne-America by ilokhu China. Ngicabanga China is a third world. Ngicabanga ukuthi iphumile manje kwi-third world, but we don't know who decides ukuthi ubani, but because the way it develop ngakhona and yenza izinto, most of the things zenziwa eChina. You understand leyo nto leyo? So isi-achieve so much. Kudingeka ukuthi ugovernment wakhona wayethi no, nina ngine-vision mina ekufanele igcwaliseke, esifanele sikwazi uku-reach umhlaba, sikwazi ukuwubamba umhlaba, siwugoqe siwuthi la. Sizoyenza lento, akekho ozokwenza umathanda, uzokwenza intando ka-government. Uyayibona leyo nto leyo? So ingahambisani ne-democracy, kodwa they were able to be able to ukwazi ukuthi-ke ba-achieve ngaleyo nto leyo. So at the end of the day, in as much as ilimazeke i-democracy, actually democracy bingekho, ilimaze leyo nto, but they were focused ukuthi bakwazi ukuyenza. And I'm just giving you ukuthi-ke thina kwesinye isikhathi we fail ukuthi sikwazi uku-achieve izinto ey'thize-ke. We train people thina, and uthola ukuthi uyaba-train abantu. After training people, because vese-ke kumuntu kunalento le ngizoyibiza ngani lento le, ibizwa ukuthi or self-destructive mechanism esemzimbeni womuntu, noma ekwi-mentality yomuntu, ukuthi mina ngifune ukuphathwa, mina ngifune ukulawula, nami ngifuna uku-achieve into zami, izinto ezithize. Ngeke ngize ngibe isilima somuntu, ngeke ngize ngibe isigqili. Khona enye into esingeke size sikwazi ukuyi-achieve when we grow, when we train people. Sifuna ukuba-traina baze bafinyelele endaweni ethize. Uthola ukuthi-ke umuntu awusakwazi nokuthi uzizwe uyofinyelela kule ndawo umuntu akaze abekufanele ukuthi ukwazi ukuthi uyofinyelela khona, because use-decide ukuthi-ke hayi, amisanathi no, nami ngiyoyimela, nami ngiyokwenza umsebenzi wami, nami ngiyokwenza lokhu inkosi engibizele khona. Then uthola ukuthi at the end of the day you don't achieve lento obufuna ukuyi-achieve wena. Yes, khona kubukeka engathi kuyinto nje ukuthi hawu indaba wena uzo-achieve into yakho. At the end of the day bengibizweleni kanti what the vision? So I'm training you to be my son, I'm training you to be my daughter, to be able to help me. As we grow, you must be able ukwazi ukwenza ezinye izinto, because you need to be mature, you need to have wisdom yokuthi ukwazi uphile nawe, yokwazi ukuthi ukhule. Abanye benza amabhizinisi, abanye benza into ethize, abanye banamatalent, abanye babhala incwadi, abanye benza into ethize to achieve izinto ezithize. At the end of the day umuntu emesana promote, yazi bese ngiqeqeshile khona la, bese ngakhile khona into besokwazi ukuyi-achieve ndawonye. But because-ke sekunaleso split leso, gcina ingasa-achieve-ke leya nto le ebengiyifuna, ebezosisiza. So excuse me for that. So izinto lezo ezenzakalayo-ke othola ukuthi-ke okay, kufanele ukuthi kusebenze lesa sandla lesana ukuze kukwazi uku-achieve izinto ey'thize, because isikhathi esiphila kusona, there is something that we need to achieve at the end of the day. I hope mhlampe khona-ke enikutholayo kuleyo nto lo. I'm giving you the history, I'm giving you, that's why i-dictatorship inobuhle nobubi kuyona. Masobuka nje uShaka indlela enza ngayo, uShaka he became like a dictator, but buka imisebenzi awenza and kwaZulu, isizwe sakaZulu besingesikhulu kangaka. Yabona mawuzobuka isizwe sakwaNdwandwe, that was isizwe sasi-influential kakhulu. Abantu abalokhu-ke, abantu bakoNongoma bazokwazi ukuthi-ke iy'moto zakhona ziwo ubani u-NND, yabo, noma u-NTD, u-NND angisho kanjalo, lo ND loyo umele uNdwandwe, yabona, because-ke so i-influence enkulu, isizwe sakwaNdwandwe isona esasine-influence enkulu, but sasinamandla. If mawubukela futhi-ke nayo lokhu-ke ifilimu likaShaka Zulu-ke, you will see ukuthi-ke how influential was it noZwide laba ngalezo yikhathi kwaZulu. Uyayibona, kwasho ukuthi kwavuka uShaka waba yiqhawe elinamandla elali-relate nabantu, and futhi-ke elafike lagoqa lashaya laze lafuna futhi ukuyongenela iLesotho. Otherwise-ke noMshweshwe naye ngabe wahlulwa laphana-ke wagcina esewulokhu-ke esewuZulu. Mhlampe singabe sinoMshweshwe nje abamaZulu abengaphansi kwaZulu, ngoba uShaka was taking everything. Kwasho ukuthi uMshweshwe uhlakaniphile, wathi ngeke Shaka sizokushaya, noma siyisizwe esincane nje sizokhuphuka sibaleke siye entabeni, sizokushaya ngamatshe, sizoqoqa konke ukudla sikuvune konke ukudla okusemasimini sibaleke siye entabeni, then bawashaya amabutho akhe ngamatshe aze alamba until azabuyela emumva-ke engasabanqobanga. Kwaba yi-strategy, kwaba ukuhlakanipha konke lokho-ke. So ngamanye amazwi uShaka had that mentality yokunqoba umhlaba wonke. The same mentality uHitler ayenayo mzukwana-ke, eqala nayo-ke i-Nazis i-revolution yakhe elokhu e-Europe, e-German. So efuna ukuthatha umhlaba wonke, efuna ukubusa umhlaba wonke. Those are the things ezenzakelile mawubuka umhlaba and you understand ukuthi-ke what is it? There are people who arise and shake umhlaba and bese beyanyamalala just like that. Even noShaka Zulu-ke naye waba omunye wabantu abakwazi ukuthi-ke ba-influence ngaleyo ndlela, banyakazisa-ke emhlabeni wonke. And uZulu u-strong kanje namhlanje because of that young man. Ngiyathanda ukusho ukuthi that young man, because uShaka was not an old person, was a young man. Wayeumuntu omusha and-ke owanyakazisa umhlaba and kwazwakala ukuthi hayi no, uShaka ufikile, yayibona le nto wanyakazisa, wayisilwa nje esinyakazisa kakhulu emhlabeni wonke. So izinto ey'njengalezo that we see on history, yabona ubheka u-Alexander the Great, the way abasebenza ngakhona, and namhlanje-ke ama-Greek agcwele umhlaba wonke, ama-Greek and a-influential. Namhlanje sifunda ihlakanipha kwama-Greek. Kuba u-Alexander the Great was not there, kwangeke uze ama-Greek ayengeke, iGreece engeke izi-overcome ngaleso sikhathi, i-overcome umhlaba wonke, yafundisa isiGreek. It was the isiGreek, it's like it was a language. Kwakuyi-English yangaleso sikhathi, kwakuyi-English yangaleso sikhathi, ngoba mawuzobuka amagama e-biology, amagama e-science, amagama e-geography, amagama, yabona nje wonke lawo magama lawo amagama aqhamukela kwisiGreek sonke. Makuthiwa kukhulunywa nge-philosophy, isiGreek leyo, biology, isiGreek sonke. So mkhulu umbele oqhamuke egameni lesiGreek because kwakuwabantu ababecubungula ngaleso sikhathi, and uNkulunkulu used them ukuthi bakwazi ukuthi ba-influence umhlaba, because after them kwafika abanye ababa-strong kakhulu ababizwa ukuthi-ke amaRoma, the Roman Empire, eyayiqhamuka nayo yaba strong ngendlela emangalisayo ngama-leaders ayekhona-ke. So most of them, so ngelinye ilanga I will tell you about ngalawo ma-leaders ukuthi-ke ayesebenza kanjani. O-emperor nje kwawuzwa Pontius Pilate naye ekhona esebenza naye, umbusi naye ewu-emperor naye we-Roman kingdom. Yayibona, ingakho nabafundi bakaJesu babuza kuJesu bathi, Jesu uyobuyisela nini umbuso? Wazi bathi uJesu akusikona okwena okwazi isikhathi nesizini uNkulunkulu-ke azobuyisela ngawo umbuso kwa-Israyeli. So lokho kubekeleni uNkulunkulu, ngoba uNkulunkulu-ke owaziyo ukuthi kuzokwenzakala kanjani, kuyokwenzakala nini. So zonke lezo zinto we need to understand as Christians, as born again believers. That's why ngi-emphasize kule new era kubazalwane ukuthi please bazalwane, fundani everything. The children of darkness, uthi uJesu, abantwana bobumnyama bayazi, they know, banolwazi ukudlula, bahlakaniphile kunabantwana ukudlula abantwana bokukhanya. So it's something that is happening right now. So we need to know, we need to have information, we need to have wisdom emangalisayo kulesi sikhathi-ke, and we need to be well informed and be updated ukuthi-ke kwenzakalani emhlabeni, ngoba ama-decision esizowenza azosihilela at the end of the day, because we are living under fear. When we are living under fear, ama-decisions esizowenza, ama-decision are influenced by fear. If you have any question you want to ask me, you can write to me and ask me khona la ku Facebook, and I can answer you. And also naku YouTube, I'm able to watch, I'm able to ukubona naku YouTube ukuthi-ke obana babukayo. If you want to ask me, you can write to me and tell me ukuthi-ke what is your question, even concerning kulesi sikhathi-ke. Enye into engifuna ukuthi abazali bayazi, ingakho nje nginifundisa kakhulukazi nge-deliverance, because ubuthakathi ngicela understand ukuthi bukhona buzokwenziwa ukhoma namafilimu amaningi ke la asekho amaningi namadrama adlala azodlala ku-TV iningi lawo amafilimu anobuthakathi and lawo mafilimu anobuthakathi azoba nesasasa azothandwa kakhulu abantu uyayibona leyo nto azoba nedumela ngiyakutshela wena angithi uyabona izinto ezenzakalayo emhlabeni right now. So we need to understand. Angifuni bazana ukuba ningabi nakho ukwazi. I want to eradicate ignorance because iyasilimaza ignorance. Sinabantu abangabambeki ebandleni. Yabona makuthiwa ama-split, yabona kumanje nje khona umthetho kade bahlangene bafuna ukuregulate ibandla. Ngoba vese ibandla liphatheki, abazalwana baphatheki. Nathi siyahluleka, asikwazi ukuba controller, asikwazi ukubaphatha ngoba bayiphethe ukuthi history yami umuntu uyaphuma ke so imithetho isazoqina ngendlela eyisimanga. They want to yabona mangithi they want to regulate the church. They are going to regulate the church because ibandla abantu abasebandleni, everybody wants to be a pastor, everyone wants to be an apostle, everyone wants to be an evangelist, everyone wants to be the man and the woman of God. We understand that, okay? Because it's an easy way to make money, it's an easy way to be famous, it's an easy way to manipulate people, to be in power. Abantu bayathanda ukuba on power. You understand that lezo zinto. So kuzoba nemithetho eminingi ezoshawa manje nje. Kunemithetho nje straight kuhlangene nje kuthiwa how can we do it, how can we control the church, these independent churches. Uyabona eRussia nje sengikhohle ukuthi ibizwa ukuthini, kunebandla elilodwa nje likade labakhona iRussian Christian Church, kodwa ke ngizokunikeza igama lakhona, and these people and kuthiwa 80%, they are 80%. Even nayo Putin kwahamba aye kulona ayokhonza khona ayosonta kulona ngekhathi ethize, ilona bandla kuvalwe yonke imithetho. That's the only church elivumile elikhululekile, and imithetho nakhona iyaqina. Ngiyabona ukuthi ke nala ekhaya ke imithetho yaseRussia, imithetho yase-America igibela phezulu kwethu strong, and we are really following izinto zonke ezenzakalayo. But the problem is our people ban a self-destructive mechanism. Because lento le yokungakwazi ukulawuleka ikumuntu omnyama. Just imagine kade ngizwa nje ukuthi ngala esikhawini people bakhala ngokuthi ke baqishela ugesi uhamba isikhathi eside ugesi ukuze ubuye emva kwesikhathi, bayashisa ama-transformer, bashisa lezi zinto lezi ebanikeza ugesi, bayishisela ukuthi manje angeke basaba nawo ugesi because vese why we have a self-destructive mechanism, pull head down syndrome. We destroy what we have. Lokho okuncanyana siwashisela nama-library, siwashisela nama-clinic ethu okuyiwona asisizayo. We understand leyo nto leyo. So izinto zonke lezi zinto, yabona lento le ifakiwe kumuntu omnyama ukuthi ke akayile. I'm sorry because vese ke umuntu omnyama okwazi ukudestroya into yakhe ayakhelwe into yakhe yeminyaka, ekuthatha iminyaka eminingi ukuze akhelwe leyo nto yakhe. A self-destructive mechanism. Mangabe umuntu ephuma ebandleni fanele adestroy umholi wakhe kade esuka kuyena, fanele adestroy abazalwane kade esuka kubona, fanele adestroy ibandla kade esuka kulona. That thing mayisuka kwi-political party, umuntu fanele ayidestroy that political party. Mangabe esuka kwilokhu esuka enkampanini ethize, fanele enze sure ukuthi uyayidestroya leyo company leyo, uyenzela phansi ukuziphele ayidestroya. Awukwazi ukuthi uyokwenza into ungakhulumanga kabi ngento ophuma kuyona. So that's a self-destructive mechanism engekho kuphela ezweni, isemhlabeni wonke, iskumuntu omnyama. If I can say, ngoba ngikhuluma ngani, ngikhuluma ngezulu, ingakho ngizothi ikumuntu omnyama. Actually it's something that is in us, in Africa, it's everywhere. We destroy what we have. We destroy what has made us to be who we are right now. Just imagine, ngiyi-personalize, ngiyibeke eduze. Mangabe umuntu engasazwani nomuntu kade ethandana naye, mhlambe kade ushadile nomuntu, lo muntu kade ushade naye, masohlukana naye, kwenziwa yini ufuna ukumdestroya? Umdestroy ufuna angasali nalutho. Mangabe nidivorce, ufuna ukumshiya engenalutho, ufuna ukumshiya ewulopholo, ufuna ukumshiya estruglisha, ufuna ukumshiya ekhala, ufuna angathathwa umuntu ngoba eseshiyo wena, ufuna abe lonely, abe kwi-depression, abe kwi-stress ngoba uhlukane nawe, ufuna ukumnaphaza, ufuna ukumdestroya loyo muntu. Yindaba ungamshiyi enjengoba unjalo, ngoba izinto ngalesikhathi isakahle naye, ebekuphatha kahle, ubukhuluma kahle ngaye, ubumfisela izinto ezinhle. Why? Njengoba lihlukana-ke umdestroya. Kuthiwa iy'ntaba kuphela ey'ngahlangani, abantu bayahlangana. Destroyelana umntana womuntu obokwenzela izinto, destroyelana umntana womuntu ekuthande kangaka, wakwenza umuntu. Uzobona njengoba usuzophilela wedwa ukuthi uzoba njani, njengoba ufuna ukumdestroya nje. Why are you doing that? We see lento kuma-politician, we see lento kubazalwane, we see lento kubantu kade beshadile sebehlukana, umuntu athi nje I want lock, stock and barrel, I want everything anayo, I want to share, take everything anayo. Why? It's because lento le ithina, we want to hate one another. Why ingahlukani nawe? Sisahlanganiswe yingane nawe. Siney'ngane nawe, iy'ngane zethu zisazoshada ngelinye ilanga, iy'ngane zethu zisazofunda, iy'ngane zethu zisazokwenza izinto ey'thize. Khona into esihlanganisayo. Why you are destroying me like that? Sizo-communicate kanjani ney'ngane? Why don't we become friends? Noma sesingasathandani, noma singasashadile, noma singaseba nabumngani, noma singasasonti ndawonye, noma singasekho kwi-political organization eyodwa. Why we don't respect one another? Ngithi indlela zethu seziyahlukana, futhi uNkulunkulu usivumela ukuthi indlela zethu ihlukane. We gonna be better where we are. When we need to help one another, we will ask for each other's advices ukuze siye phambili. Yini umuntu wakithi kumisane kudestroy-ke kanje? Why we are destroying one another? Hayi ukuthi ngeke usangidinga, uzongidinga mntaka baba semhlabeni la. If I've raised you and as you grow, you will need me. We understand leyo nto leyo. You will need me. If you can ungabuka manje into eyenzakalayo, we might not understand the whole truth. We understand le nto ke. Nangumsholozi naye ufakwe laphana ke enkantolo, ufake lokho enkantolo. You see kuyasuka lapha abantu kade bemmele bayasuka sekungena nakodala impofu okade emmele i-EFF. Emva kwetiye kade liphuzwa somewhere elokho enkandla. Understand le nto naku sekusizwa na kanje. What is that? Kade kuhlakazwana kukhulunywa lapha kwenziwane. Abantu bane strategy la eminyango kodwa thina siyahluleka njengebandla. We want to destroy each other. Mawubuka nje la kwi social media abafundisi iy'nceku zikaNkulunkulu zithi ziya-expose, sizom-expose uTB Joshua, sizom-expose uProphet so and so, sizom-expose. Aka-exposwa yizwe, u-exposwa abanye abazalwane. Yini ibandla likaKristu lidestroyane lilodwa? Why sidlane kangaka? Uze wathi uPawulu asiqapheleni ukuthi masidlana singaqedani, ngoba ngendlela esenza ngayo it seems as if sizoqedana. Bakithi ke mangabe kufika isikhathi sokuthi sihlukane, asike sihlukane ngokuthula bakithi. Mangifuna ukuwishela ngithi happy birthday ngikwazi ukukufonela ungangidinelwa, because we want share something common, we want share something esibesiyithanda sonke, we want share the vision ebesiyithanda sonke, ukuthi nje kuphela sesihlukanile. Ukuhlukana kwethu akusho ukuthi siyizitha, sihlukanela ukuze sikwazi ukuhlangana ngelinye ilanga, sesikwazi ukusesi strong sobabili. We will be able to help one another. Mina iyangixaka ngempela lento esiyenzayo ukuthi why we hate each other. Yabona uma ubona kuthiwa lo uyi-ex kabani abafuni ukukhulumisana. Labantu laba bake bamuncu ice cream babambana bamathe nolimi bengakwazi ukuhlukaniseka befonelana everyday. Namhlanje they are enemies. They want to kill one another. They want to destroy one another. They are exposing one another. Awu emhlabeni bakithi ke kanti izwe lakithi lizoba njani? How we gonna build ourselves? How we gonna build our life? How we gonna build our churches? How we gonna build our political organization? How we gonna build izinto esifuna ukuyi-achieve at the end of the day? Ukuthi mangihlukana nawe usuyangidestroya. Sekufanele manje masihlangana i-relationship yethu sisayine ukuthi masihlukana you are not going to say anything against me, anything against my business, any practice, everything is confidential. Uma uke wazisho lezo zinto, I'll sue you ngoba usayinile. Uyabona, shuthi manje sekufanele ukuthi kwenzeke kanjalo. Noma yini efuna ukudestroy. How umuntu, we understand that you were placed there and become somebody. That's a thing, that's insane. Yabona ukuhlanya ngempela lokho ukuthi why we destroy umuntu obamthanda awuhlukani naye miyekele masubona ukuthi okay ungishitheleke okay asihlukane naye ngoba usephila impilo akuseyona igoal yenu lebe nifuna ukuyachieva miyekele hamba yophila impilo yakhe ahambe nalo amthandayo. We understand leyo nto leyo. Yes, miyekele phela musu kumzonda musu kumdestroy. Ungenele ubuthakathaka naye especially kulesi sikhathi esiphila kusona ke la ubuthakathi budla ngendlela eyisimanga. Khona kade ngikhuluma nabazalwane ngithi khona la kwakwaduma khona omunye umama ekuthiwa umama nengalo la abantu besifazane babeya khona kuthiwa indoda engadabule. Uyayizwa leyo nto leyo wayikunikeza izinto zakhona umisana uyibamba indoda yabantu izwe wena wedwa ikhipha imali ikondla ikunakekele yenze zonke izinto uyisebenzile. Uyayibona leyo nto leyo. So izinto ezinjengalezo ke so isikhathi esiphila kusona isiphila esikhathini witchcraft othola ukuthi umuntu uhlanya ngomunye umuntu kanti usetshenziswe wena usuyamhlinza umyeni wakho kanti ungeniwe usetshenziswe uloyiwe. At the end of the day you lose everything. Mzukwana kuswanguluka kuyena asikwenzakaleni. I didn't know what happened. I didn't know what I was doing because vese beloyiwe. Why didn't you pray? Understand, my husband was not like this. My wife was not like this. We fail to understand all those things because pushy emotionalism. We don't want to understand. We don't want to know our position. We don't want to know who we are. We don't want to be labantu. Jesus singahluleli umuntu wathi uJesu asithandeni umakhelwane njengoba siyithanda thina. Zonke lezo zinto, those are things that Jesus has given us, but it seems as if siphusha imizwa phambili. Mangijabule mina kuphelele zonke izinto, mangajabulanga akushwaqa wonke umuntu la ngoba une-swing moods, unama moods. Namhlanje ama-hormones akho asho phezulu, namhlanje uphansi yabo uzizwa ngale ndlela, you want everybody to follow you. Thina-ke mntaka baba-ke ama-emotions ethu ala ngakhala mayekha wemizwa yami utshela ubani ukuthi kuyakhalwa la akhalwa la yabo makujatshula siyajabula ke this time mangabe isimo nje siyajabula. Praise the Lord, this is the day that the Lord has made, I will rejoice and be glad. Angakazi ukukhala ke wemizwa yami ukuthi kushubile kuyakhalisa akusho ukuthi angikhale. Uyayizwa leyo nto le isikhathi esikusona. We need to grow bazalwane, we need maturity. AmaKristu amaningi ayingane, that's why sihlula nanokuthi ke abanye bahlulwa nayisimilo sabo at this point in time. Mangithi bahlulwa isimilo sabo and kunamantombazane kade kusho omunye ethi yabona emafamu ayisekho intombi nto, intombi seyisemadolobheni. Uyayizwa leyo nto le kwakuvamise ukuthiwa kuqala intombi isemafamu, namhlanje siphelile emafamu zisemadolobheni. That's where ama virgins ekhona. We understand kunabafana bayiphethe kahle akukho ayikho into enjengaleyo. But why? It because isikhathi ke times are changing. Yabona mathiwa iy'khathi ziyashintsha, zishintsha kwangempela. Into engifuna ukuyisho mina bazalwane, let us grow and be mature. Ukukhula nje akushiwo ukuthi khula nje bese uyakhula. Yes, uyakhula mathiwa khula, kodwa ukukhula you mature, udlula ezimweni, udlula ezintweni. Mase udlule kuzona, then you become mature, or usakuzona you become mature. Uthi uDavide, kwangisiza ukuhlupheka noma ukulingwa, kwangenza ngazi izimiso zakho. We need to grow bazalwane. Isikhathi esikusona sifuna mature people. Mature people. We need to have emotional intelligence. Many people are full of anger. They are crazy. Many people are bipolar. Mangase ngisebenzisa igama la akazi noma liyabizwa yini kanjalo, kodwa bane-bipolar abantu abaningi, banenkinga, and akugcini nje kuyi-bipolar ne-depression, ne-stress and anxiety, then kugcina sekuyesinye nje i-state ongasazi abasebekusona. You understand? Isikhathi esiphila kusona, people are crazy mentally. Yabona, mental sickness, it's one of ama diseases azoba sematheni kulesi sikhathi. Many people bazogula nje ngengqondo nje, hayi ngoba mhlambe ngithi angene medical doctor ezosho ukuthi abantu basazogula. It because of izinto ezenzakala. It's the way people are so angry. They are angry against themselves. They are angry against their parents. Udinwe nje udinela ukuthi abazali bakho badivosile. Udinela ukuthi ingane zakho zidla ama-drug. Udinela umyeni wakho ukuthi uchithile noma unkosikazi wakho uchithile. Udinela ukuthi ke emsebenzini uxoshiwe. Udinelwe, uyabona, udinelwe yonke into. Ayikho nje into engakudini. Uzudinelwe noNkulunkulu ukuthi akayiphendule imithandazo yakho. Udinelwe ngisho uSathane ukuthi akaxeke. Udinelwe yonke, ayikho into ongayidini. Uzudinwe nawe, udinelwe nawe uqobo lwakho. That's how it is at this moment in time. But we are teaching people isn't as simple that can keep you, that can help you to have emotional intelligence, to help you to manage your anger, to help you to keep your heart pure. Simple stuff that we are giving to you. Ngiyazona ufuna amagama amakhulu esiGreek angeze ukukusiza kwawona. Ufuna amagama amakhulu esiNgisi angeze ukukusiza, but the simplest stuff that we are giving you, you are not studying it. You don't understand it. Although it's being said and said and said over and over again, but you don't understand it. The truth shall set you free. You don't seem to get the truth to set you free. Please, Church of Jesus Christ. And njengoba ngihlala nani kanje, I'm not wasting my time. You will remember ikhathi njengalezi, where I speak la ngingasaveli khona, la ngingasakhulumi kanje, because God has given me isikhathi waphusha mina ukuthi angizokhuluma kunina, sebenzise le data le ngizokhuluma kunina, because I don't have much time. I don't speak with you every now and then. Ngikubona ngesonto nangaleso sikhathi, but look at this, every day I am with you. I'm speaking to you. You ask me questions. It's like you are on a consultation room. You are asking me free of charge. You ask me my questions. You ask me mbuzo, and you get my answer. Into my la nokwazi khona endlini yami yencebo. We understand kwi-information engiyithole kule minyaka u-30 ngihamba nenkosi. Ngizokunikeza lolo lwazi, ulithola nje mahala, uyaluzwa. You understand? Lungena endlini yakho, uyalamukela lolo lwazi, ngikunikeza lona mahala. You understand? Abanye abantu ke izinto abayikhokhelayo, abanye abasazoyikhokhela ukuze bakwazi ukuyithola. sebeyifuna le wisdom nokubuza ukuthi angi-understand into ethize or ngingenze njani ukuze ngi-understand into ethize. Zonke lezo zinto, to give that wisdom, because it's not something that ongamesane uyithole nje nokuvula iBhayibheli umesane uyithole that wisdom. It's something that goes with ukuhamba noNkulunkulu. Ingakho lezi iBhayibheli wamazisa uMose izindlela izo zabo, abanye bazizenzela zikaNkulunkulu. We need people, we need Christians who are going to be mature. At this point in time, abantu basazotriggerisha. Yabona nje ukubona kunodlame. Omunye mesanathi ngiyi-prophet of doom mangithi kusazoqhubeka lezi zinto zenzeka, because i-corruption, it's one of ama-diseases, and uhulumeni most of my government ahlulekayo ukucontrol, ukukucontrola. How many countries in Africa are nenkinga ye-corruption? Actually, ungasho ukuthi all countries, they've got a problem with corruption. Every government has a problem of corruption. You understand? This thing is everywhere in our community, everywhere religiously, everywhere politically, everywhere, even traditional leaders. It's everywhere. So we need to pray for our country. We need to pray for our lives. Ukuthi umusa kaNkulunkulu kube uwena osisizayo kulesi sikhathi. But bazalwane, into ebalulekile ukukhula kwenu bakithi. At the end of the day, ngabonakala ukuthi khona ezinye izinto engakwazi ukuthi asikwazi uku-achieve ezinye izinto, because our children, our sons and daughters, they don't want to grow. That's why kufanele ukuthi sichange ama-strategies. Baze bangihleka abazalwane ngathi mzwana ngibona sengidayisa amafutha ngibokwazi ukuthi angisanikeli. Sekufanele-ke qoqa imali, dayisa amafutha, FOHLA water, dayisa amanzi, FOHLA oil. You understand leyo nto leyo? We need people who are going to be mature. Umuntu ayazi responsibility yakhe. Khona into that has been happening in America. I'm glad ukuthi bashaya i-documentary, movie documentary ngayo. Khona maningi futhi ama-organization acishe afane nalawo ebizwa ngokuthi i-family, yabo. So bebeba nama-fellowship, nama-business meetings ababa nawo e-America. Laba bazalwane ababefuna ukudila babizele ukuthi nje badile nama-elite, badile nabantu aba-influential, abantu abaku-government emazweni wonke, bamesane bahlanganisa okuthiwa kune-prayer breakfast, kube ne-prayer breakfast meeting la behla ngemhlaba emangahlangani naye mabefuna ukumbona, noma ngabe mubi kangakanani unjani, they have to ba-influence abantu abaningi bathi nje bona bazophakamisa uJesu, bazobatshela ngoJesu nje. That's the thing they've been doing there for many years. So there are people who are called for that, ukudila nabantu abaphezulu. When ubizelweni, why don't you do what God has called you, and uNkulunkulu will support you, will fund what God has called you for. Don't make enemies. Build your network. Yazi abantu, yazana nabantu, ungabi nezitha, khulume kabi ngabantu and destroy other people. We need people who are going to be mature. Mature. Sifinyelele ebudodeni. Sober, we are sound. Singavula umlomo wethu. Sisabhizi, sishaya izono kuphela. Sofinyelela nini ekubeni nezithelo zikamoya, the fruit of the Spirit. Sofinyelela nini where we operate in the gift of the Spirit, the gifts of the Spirit. So finyelela nini where kubonakala immaturity kuthina lezi zinto ezazenziwa uKristu zibonakala kuletha umuntu oyimpumputhe ngemvula amehlo without any hustling kuletha umuntu osefile ngikwazi ukumvusa without any doubt amisana papa. That requires maturity. Njengoba izolo benginikhulumela nginikhulekela ukuthi nithole that gift of faith. But you can have that gift of faith. But if you don't have maturity, ungagcina usulimaza abantu with that huge gift. Ungagcina uselfish and destroying people with that massive gift of faith. Ney'limi zakho. Bazalwane, it's another time. How I wish you can mature and be better. It's not about ukukhuluma. It's not about ukushumayela. It's not about ukuthandaza kakhulu. It's about impact eyenzeka kuwena. Kanti ngitshela abazalwane ngithi mina bazalwane, it doesn't help sometimes sifuna, okay, it does help. But the most thing, enye into engike ngayibona, abantu abaningi, they have never have encounter with themselves. The encounter with themselves. They don't know how powerful it is to have an encounter with yourself. That's why people are so angry. Umuntu mangabe wile uyadinwa idinela ahluleke nakuyithethelela. Uhluleka nanokuthethelela abanye abantu mangabe bewile. Never had an encounter with yourself. I've had so many people who have never had an encounter with themselves. I have helped so many people who have never, they don't know what is an encounter with myself. What does it take to meet myself? Walahlekelana nawe usemncane, wahlukaniswa nawe. Kwafaka enye into la kuwena. Ewena produces izinto negative. Every time when God blesses you, lento le ithathwa negative you. Negative you. You have never had an encounter. Nalahlekelana. It's like walahlekelana nomzali wakho, walahlekelana nento eyigugu yakho. Very deep. It needs time. Ukufundisa ukuthi ke iziphi zezinto ezenza ukuthi silahlekelane nathi. And khona ezinye izinto esizenzayo ezenza futhi silahlekelane nathi when you have given other people authority over your life more than you. Ibona bane word of approval kuwena empilweni yakho, but you don't have an authoritative word over your life. You don't have a final say over your life. There are people who have a final say over your life. Who suffers? It's you. You fail to make decisions that is. You uncamela abantu kube yibona ba-approvayo ukuthi yenza ukuthi then bese uba happy. You have never had an encounter with yourself. That's why it's very difficult for you to reach a maturity. Sengisalelo 1 minute. Ngiyakholwa ukuthi khona nikufundile kulokho engikhulume namhlanje. It is my prayer. It is my desire for you to grow. Njengoba ngikhuluma kanje, I'm not here to entertain you. I'm here to empower you, to strengthen you. Even noma ngabe siphelile le life, sit down. Study, listen to what I'm saying to you. Listen. Ungasho ukuthi yakhuluma le nceke. No, kwenzani kwena? Do you understand it? Do you believe it? Does it impact you? Does it transform you? Does it empower you? Because your mind